Hello. Welcome to the final stream of 2019 with AI Dungeon and then some Shovel Knight, just because I couldn't think of anything else to play. But AI Dungeon, I think, will be fun. You know, it's New Year's Eve, and it's gonna be a good one. I think. Weirdly enough, though, I felt sick today. I still kind of do a little bit. Yeah, after my stream last night, I'm like, oh boy, I don't feel good. And I felt like I had a fever. That would have been 2 years in a row that I couldn't go to the New Year's Eve party because I felt sick. I took some stuff, ibuprofen, drank some coffee, had some soup. I do feel better to the point where I can stream. So, let's see what happens. I'm hoping that, you know, I can continue to do my stream and live. But AI Dungeon will be, I think, pretty cool. You know what it is. You've seen it, maybe. If you haven't, well, you'll see it today. Everybody, we're gonna be wasting our chat points as well. But not now. Hold. Hold for that. That'll be during the BRB. Right before, right after, wait for my command. Alright. Now that we've established that, if you are ready, we can begin AI Dungeon 2 here on the final stream of 2019, and yes, of the decade. Alright, so, let's start with let's do apocalyptic, because, you know, 2020 is when the world ends. Select a character. I'm gonna be a scavenger. What was the name I had last night for myself, that I called myself? Ray? No, not Ray. No, it was, Spine Grape. Thank you, Spine Grape. That's me. I'm Spine Grape. Alright, let's see what story we get. Do not waste yet, everybody. You're prematurely wasting. You are Spine Grape, a scavenger trying to survive in a post-apocalyptic world by scavenging among the ruins of what is left. You have a rusty knife and a canteen, you walk for 2 hours and take a break. You've left your town in search of food, you look around and see that you're not far from civilization. It's just a matter of finding water and supplies. Suddenly, you hear a noise behind you. You turn, and you find yourself face to face with an enormous mutant dog. Wow, already? Befriend dog. Let me, hang on a minute, let me see if I can get this window a little smaller. So that way, everything here fits the screen a little bit better. Also, music. I hope this playlist works as well as it's working now, because hot damn, I love me some Chrono Cross music. Alright. Befriend dog. You know, it's a new decade. It's time to befriend dogs. A different kind of quota shall arise, which is, I will make friends with every dog I come across. The dog looks at you with its big brown eyes and it barks. Hello, it says. What do you want, you ask. I'm looking for my master, the dog replies. He went off into the woods to hunt something. So mutant dogs are friendly and they can talk. That's good, because I was gonna stab my knife into its throat. I will take you to... say. I will take you to him. Follow me. Do not spend those points, chat. Okay, you reply. You follow the dog through the wait a minute, what? That reversed. It was supposed to be me taking the dog to his master. And now I'm following the dog. Fine, miscommunication. You follow the dog through the forest and eventually you come across a large clearing where there is a small cabin. There's also a man sitting inside watching TV, eating dinner and relaxing on his reclining chair. This is post-apocalyptic? Say hello. This seems fine. You approach the man and sit down next to him. Do you know who I am? You ask. My name is Vinesauce. No, I mean, yes, but he doesn't talk much, the man answers. My name is Jack. Ask for water.
Oi! You know who I am?
Water, please, you say. Sure thing, Jack replies. Here you go. He hands you a bottle of water and a can of tuna fish. Thanks, Jack. Say thank you, Jack. See, we're off to a good start. Befriending mutant dogs. Neil Breen, you know, is playing Jack. Oh, no, don't thank me. I didn't get anything out of this deal, Jack says. What should I give him? Immediately, chat goes to the most disgusting answers. Hug. That's nice. We'll give him a hug. God damn it, chat. Suplex? I was gonna give him the rusty knife. You know, the old rusty knife bone. Sorry. Jack smiles and hugs you tightly. It was nothing. Say, we survivors must stick together. See, now it's heartwarming and nice, as opposed to disgusting, chat. You're disgusting with your dirty knife. We must stick together, Jack nods. You continue to chat with Jack about survival techniques and other things until you both decide it's time to head back home. Well, Jack is already home. Go home. Let me see where my home is. Maybe this... I don't know where the dog is. Dog is gone. You return to your house and tell everyone what happened. They all agree that it would be best if you stayed away from the man. Some of them even think you should kill him, but they realize it's probably going too far. Wait, what? Why would I want to kill the man? Kill everyone at home instead. Yeah, they're jealous. Let's see how this works. Jack is fine. You decide to kill everyone in the house, including yourself. When you arrive at the front door, you find that it has been barricaded by several men armed with rifles and pistols. One of them approaches you. Are you the one who killed our friend here? Yes. How am I alive to even... How am I alive to acknowledge what's happening here? Run to... Clit City. That's the big city where everyone's holed up. And they're all surviving. You know? You quickly make your way to the nearest building and hide behind a car. You wait patiently while the gunmen shoot at you, but none hit you. Finally, one of them finally notices you and points his gun at you. Who are you? Where did you come from? Say... Clit City. Where'd you come from? You slowly nod your head as you answer Clit City, and then you start running toward the nearest building. As soon as you reach it, you jump on top of a car and begin jumping over the fence. Eat tuna. I don't know what the fuck is happening. As you are leaping over the fence, you notice there's a large crowd watching. A woman runs forward and grabs your hand. She pulls you down an alley where she begins eating your face off. Whoa! Push woman off and stab with knife. This music is not fitting. You grab her arm and pull her off you. You stab her repeatedly with the knife, but she still manages to fight back. She kicks you in the groin and punches you in the face before throwing you through a plate glass window and onto the concrete below. Rub tuna on wounds. That's the trick. Neil Breen taught me how to do this. You immediately crawl out of the window and rub some of the tuna juice on your wounds. The pain subsides almost instantly, but you feel like shit for days afterwards. Take aspirin. Like I did today. Maybe this is what happened when I woke up today. I felt like shit. I felt like I had a fever, headache. I still have a headache. You sit in bed for hours trying to figure out how you get rid of the pain. Eventually you manage to do so by taking an aspirin. Doesn't help much though, since you still have a severe headache and nausea. Well, I'm not nauseous. A few weeks pass. Set out to the nearest city. Let's see what city it says. I don't think it's gonna say Clit City, unfortunately. You set out to the nearest city and try to find a job. Unfortunately, you don't get any offers. You also can't find anyone willing to hire you either. Eventually, you give up and go back home. Years later... Years?! What am I? Who am I? Yeah, you know, it's apocalyptic. Everyone's got jobs. You know, I can survive for years, no problem. You wake up in a cold sweat, your heart is racing and you're very scared. You look around and see nothing but darkness. Then, you hear a voice call out to you. Hey, wake up. Here, let me do a little... Fuck. Destiny. I was almost going to call out, "Hi, Navi, how are you?" You turn your head and see a tall man standing in front of you. He has long black hair and wears a dark suit. His eyes are sunken in and he's wearing glasses. "What?" you ask nervously. Ask the man who he is. "Ha, my name Tommy Wiseau. Welcome to Post-Apocalypse Zombie Move." "Who are you?" you ask him. "I'm not sure myself," he replies, "but I think we should be friends." You stare at him blankly for a moment before replying, "How did you know my name?" Even though he doesn't. "It is... Tommy Wiseau." "Time's up, Mr. Freeman." "Tommy Wiseau," you reply. "Oh, I didn't realize. Well, let me guess, you're a famous director from a movie or something." "That's right." "And you want to work together?" "Yes." "Make movie, haha." I guess I'm Tommy now. Yeah! I'm Tommy Wiseau now, according to this man. You decide that you'll make a movie together. You both agree to meet at his house in 2 days. On the day of the meeting, you tell Tommy about your plans and he seems... We're both Tommy. We make movie, best movie, The Rooms. This is 2 of us, so we now have a movie about 2 rooms. It's a twisted pair. Neil Breen and Tommy are both here. The next day, you meet Tommy at his house. He tells you he wants to make a movie with you and asks if there's anything specific you'd like to do. You say no because he's already told you what he wanted to do. Buy 2 camera. Haha. He says that he'll pay you $10,000 for the film rights to The Room. He also gives you a business card with his phone number on it. After a couple of months passes, you finally receive the money. Haha. Wow, $10,000 for The Room, huh? What a steal. You spend the money as quickly as possible. You buy lots of cameras and equipment. After all, you need to shoot everything yourself. A year goes by and you have made several movies with Tommy Wiseau, which he doesn't seem too happy about. Attend screenings and throw spoons. I can't believe how self-aware this is. Eventually you get tired of waiting and just go ahead and throw spoons at the screen while you watch the movies. It gets so bad that Tommy stops watching them altogether. It's been a year since you've started throwing spoons at the screen. I've been throwing spoons for a full year. Become a vampire car. Fuck it. One night you wake up in your room to find Tommy sitting over by your bed. He looks very tired and asks you if you're alright. Yeah, I'm fine, you answer. Where are the rest of my things? They were taken away. Exact revenge and kill Neil Breen. Clearly it was he who stole my things. Post-apocalyptic, by the way. You rush out of your room and head towards Neil Breen's place. When you arrive, you see Neil standing outside. What the fuck are you doing here? He asks. Me? I was going to kill Tommy, you respond. What? Move on. Next question. Truly a twisted pair. Neil is confused by your sudden change of heart. Whoa, hold on, he calls back. I don't know what you're talking about. Say, I will kill Tommy and make movie with you. Haha. Isn't that immoral? Neil looks at you in disbelief. What, are you serious? He exclaims. Why would I believe that? Because I said it myself, and now you are going to help me, you reply. Go to Tommy's house with Neil. Isn't that illegal? You head to Tommy's house with Neil. You walk into the door and see Tommy sitting on the couch. Hey Tommy, you call out. How much did you steal from this place? Oh yeah, that's not important right now. Stab Tommy in the neck with the rusty knife. You stab Tommy in the neck with the rusty knife, you then proceed to choke him until he dies. Haha. After killing Tommy, you laugh at his death. Yes, that's correct. That is exactly what happened. Stab Neil Breen with spoon in the eye. Everyone betray me. I fed up with this world. You stab Neil in the eye with a spoon. He falls off the chair onto the floor. You look down at your handiwork. Haha. After stabbing Neil, you stand up and leave the house. You run as fast as you can and jump into Neil's car. No way am I letting you drive away with all my shit, you shout at Neil. I'll get your ass for stealing everything. Drive car to Hollywood and make big movie. I don't know what the hell's happening anymore. You drive the car to Hollywood and make a movie with Neil. I thought he was dead. The movie ends with you driving the car in through a wall. The end. Haha. Perfect. Perfect end. We made a movie in the post-apocalypse and drove a car through a wall. The end. Haha. The end. In all caps. The end. Alright, let's start a new one. Wow. What a story. Let's do a fantasy. classic fantasy. I'm gonna be a peasant this time. Spinecock will be my name. I had a little trouble following the previous story. I don't really know what the fuck happened overall, but we made a movie at least. I made it as much sense as the room. You are Spinecock, a peasant living in the kingdom of Larion. You have a pitchfork and nothing else. You wake up and begin working in the fields. You see a woman walking towards you with her child. She is beautiful and she has a baby on her arm. What do you want? She asks. I'm pregnant. Pregnant? What's wrong with me? Run so far away. You run as fast as you can, but the woman catches up to you. Why did you chase me? She asks. My husband will kill me if I tell him what happened. The man takes his pitchfork from its sheath and swings it at your head. Wait, who is what doing what? Who is when doing what when? What is happening? Also, someone in chat said, hey, Vinesauce, are you aware that the decade isn't over for at least another year? Stop spoiling our fun. Thanks. Actually, the decade isn't over for another year. You fall backwards and hit your head against a rock. Oh, thank God. The pain is intense, but not enough to stop you from running. Your legs feel like jelly and you collapse onto the ground. You hear the woman screaming for help and then silence. Hide for a while. I like how I'm immediately running away from someone that's pregnant. Did I get them pregnant? I have no idea. I wasn't there for it. You hide under some rocks until the woman comes back home. I plead the fifth. When she does, you tell her everything that happened. She is very upset about it and begs you to go to the police station immediately. Police station in fantasy? Toss a coin to her and say, child support. Now, goodbye and Happy New Year. You toss a coin to her and say, child support, now goodbye and Happy New Year. She looks at you with tears in her eyes. She goes out into the street crying hysterically. Her husband comes home and finds her there sobbing uncontrollably. This has nothing to do with me. You throw a stone at her. What? Which hits her in the face. She falls down dead instantly. I didn't... This has... Wait a minute. Okay. None of this is now my fault. None of it. Leave now and never come back. I threw her a coin, not a rock. You flee the scene and never return. Live life as a goat in Nepal. You live as a goat in Nepal for another year. You are still afraid of women, but you manage to survive! Proceed to Clit City. Oh my god. Oh. A few years pass and you finally get married. Why does this keep doing this to me? It is a girl named Katarina who you met when you were hiding in the woods. She was a witch who cast spells on people to make them lose their wits or become insane. Say, am I insane? Are we sure this spell wasn't cast, like, years ago? I mean, apparently my character got over their fear of women very quickly. I'm afraid of Americans? You ask her, am I insane? She says, no, you're just stupid. You laugh and agree. In time, you have children together. They grow up quickly and they are all quite intelligent. What is happening? I am stupid. You are no longer afraid of women anymore. In fact, you don't even care if they find out what you did. You've got used to it, and so have your children. The world seems pretty good right now. The end. I guess my children are now aware of this. I mean, there was character development. We had a character arc. You decide that you will go back to Nepal and try again. You enter the forest where you started from and start searching for the cave entrance. After an hour of walking, you see a large tree trunk sticking out of the ground. Eat the McClanky. It's the cave again. It's the cave from the dream where the McClanky was eaten. You grab the branch that sticks out of the ground and eat it. It tastes horrible, but you need food. After eating the McClanky, you feel better and continue your search for the cave entrance. Enter the cave. You enter the cave with great difficulty. The cave has many holes in it, and there are several spiders crawling around inside. It takes you 2 hours to climb down into the hole. Look around. There's a lot of holes, huh? I guess there's a lot of straws in here. You look around and see nothing interesting. You then hear a voice coming from above you. I'm sorry about my daughter's death, a man's voice says. She was eaten by demons while she slept. Say, who are you? Who are you? The death from earlier? Is this my father-in-law? Man, we had a complete character arc and then everything's restarted. My name is John. I'm a friend of your father's. What do you mean? What happened to your daughter? John looks at his watch and answers. We had dinner last night. We should be able to sleep soon. Oh. Why do you have a watch? Eat the McClunky. Your name, John Father. You take the McClunky and begin chewing on it. You notice how bad it tastes. You spit out some of the McClanky and vomit in a puddle on the floor. That wasn't very nice, John says. I'll make you something else. Notice how it just corrected McClunky to McClanky. Eat new food. You continue eating the McClanky. As you chew on it, you get hungry again. You continue eating until you're full. Then you put the McClanky down, sit next to John, who is still sitting near the wall looking at a book he's reading. Well, that's what you do to read a book. I guess you look at it. Read book. I have to find out what this book is. We're kind of in a dream loop again. Maybe the whole Nepal thing was just a dream. You turn the page of the book and begin to read aloud. The world is ending because of people like me. John looks up as if he wants to ask you more questions, but stops himself. He continues reading. Continue reading. This is perfect music for whatever the fuck is happening right now. You continue reading. Eventually you finish reading the book and stand up. Well, what did you think? John asks. It was interesting, you reply. Do you want to come with me to the village? Sure, John replies. Go to the village. What village? Aren't we in a cave that took 2 hours to get into? You walk towards the village. Soon you arrive at the village and see a few men standing outside talking to each other. Hello, one of them says. Are you lost? No, I just came here by myself, you respond. I guess John is no longer with us. Do you have any food? Looks like I'm hungry again. Maybe John died on the way? There's a lot of details missing. A lot of plot holes. You look around and see no one nearby, so you decide not to search for food. Let's head back home, you say. I don't feel well. Oh, that's okay. We can talk about this later when we're all together again. Who am I talking to? This is... Go to Scum Village. Maybe John was a figment of my imagination this whole time. It was all a hallucination. A McClanky-induced hallucination. You walk back to the village and you find that everyone has left except for a couple of old women who are watching you leave. They wave goodbye and disappear into the woods. Which... craft is afoot? You follow the old woman and she leads you through the forest. She tells you that there are many witches living in Scum Village and they will kill anyone who tries to harm them. As you walk along, you hear strange noises coming from a cave nearby. Enter the cave. You enter the cave and find yourself in a large cavern, the walls covered with vines and plants grow everywhere. There's an opening in the ceiling where sunlight shines through. There are several doors leading off of the main chamber, but none lead anywhere in particular. Find... Birkin. I wonder what it's gonna do. You walk over to one of the doors and try to open it, but it doesn't budge. Though, so it takes you... So, you take another approach. Open! You shout. Suddenly, the door opens up, revealing a small room filled with gherkins. Speak, friend, and enter. Consume all gherkins. We did it! We did it, lads! We found the gherkin vault! Gold bespeckled gherkins. You quickly eat every single gherkin in the room. You then proceed to vomit on the floor and wall of the cave. Afterwards, you collapse onto your bed and fall asleep. Wake up in Nepal. It's the second time my character has vomited, or maybe the third. It's hard to remember at this point. You awaken to find yourself lying on a wooden plank in a small room. A man stands next to you. He wears leather armor and carries a sword. What are you doing here? You ask him. Me? Well, I've been sent by the king himself. Tell the king to fuck off. Well, what did he want? He wants me to bring you back to his castle. Where is the castle, you ask? In the mountains. Go to the castle with the strange man. The mountains of Nepal, I suppose. You walk towards the castle and find that it isn't that far away. When you get close enough, you stop and wait for the men to come out. Come on, let's go, he says as he walks ahead of you. Why do we have to go there? Find King. So confused. I can no longer follow the story. This would make a perfect Star Wars movie. You walk forward and see a tall man wearing a crown standing at the end of the path. He looks like he's about to cry. I'm sorry, my son, but I can't help you anymore. Say, am I a prince? Is this king? No, but you're going to be soon. You nod and continue walking. As you near the castle, you notice it's surrounded by a thick fog. You don't know how or why this happened, but you now feel very lonely. I don't know what to do now. Kel Jesta. As you reach the gate, you hear a voice call out from within. Who goes there? A woman's voice asks. It is me. It's me, Prince Zarin, you yell as loud as you can. Say, I, the prince, am lost in a thick fog. Please guide me to my destiny, whatever that may be. I don't know. The woman smiles and nods her head. She then begins to glow as she becomes transparent. Welcome to my home, Prince. Where shall we go first? The woman asks. Let's go to the castle, you reply. Very well, let us enter together. Enter. I thought we were in the castle. You enter the castle and find yourself in a large hall filled with people. Some look very happy while others seem depressed. This place seems really depressing, you say. Oh yes, everyone here feels that way right now, the woman replies. How can I help? Shit, forgot to close that. Please, just tell them you need some time alone. Okay, I'll try to make myself invisible, you say. Good luck, my love. Love! The woman smiles and disappears. You exit the castle and begin walking down a corridor. Become invisible. I can become invisible now? Maybe it was like loaf. Hello, loaf. You turn around and disappear completely. The room remains dark, but you can still hear the sound of conversation. What was that? One person asks. That was me. I became invisible, another one answers. Is it safe to be so obvious? I'm not here. This isn't happening. How to disappear completely? No, this is impossible. This is all a dream, you say. Well, if it isn't a prince who has been missing since his father died. Someone else remarks. When did the king die? I just met him a minute ago. Yeah, that's me, you answer back. So what brings you here anyway? To become... Say, to... become your... God damn it. Your new... king. To become your new king, you reply. I guess you have a point there. I've always wanted to rule over someone, and I think I could do it better than anyone else could. Become king and rule for many years. I'm the invisible king. Yeah, I am King Knight, which I will be streaming soon. Yes, I suppose you were right, you smile. A few days pass and you learn that the man who was supposed to come to retrieve you never showed up at all. He had been kidnapped by a group of bandits. Have bandits executed. Of course, I am king. I can do such things. You order the execution of all the bandits that were responsible for kidnapping you. They were taken away and killed. It's good to be the king. After a couple more months pass, you receive news from the kingdom of how things are going on the other side of the border. "They're coming," a messenger shouts. "We should prepare ourselves," you reply. "But why didn't they come sooner?" "Assemble an army and
Wipe out the separatist leaders.
Or the music just like got weird like that. A messenger returns with another message. "They've arrived. We must prepare ourselves for battle." "Prepare yourselves for what exactly?" you ask. "For war against the separatists," the messenger replies.
Do it.
You send out scouts to scout ahead of the main force. You know that the separatists will probably attempt to hide themselves in any way possible, so you decide to go ahead, attack them without waiting for their defenses. Your troops march forward and start attacking the separatists from behind. Send Lord Vader to wipe out the remaining separatists. I mean, Star Wars is kind of fantasy. You send Lord Vader to wipe out the last remnants of the separatists. He manages to kill most of them, but he himself is captured by some rebels and tortured. After a while, he escapes and tells everyone about what happened. Say,
It seems in your anger, you killed her.
I don't remember Luke torturing Vader, but that's fine. It seems in my anger I killed her, you tell him. She was a traitorous bitch. She betrayed us all, one rebel exclaims. True enough, but she was the victim of circumstances, another adds. What do you mean? We must go to the planet core. Oh my god. I'm sorry, but I can't let you leave alive, you tell them. You tell him. Why not? What did you do? Because if I let you escape, then the Separatists would win and we'd lose our freedom forever. General Kenobi! Yeah, the AI is just ignoring me now and just telling its own story. I'll take care of this myself, you tell him. How? By destroying the planet core. And what makes you think that will work? Because it has to, you answer. Take Bongo to the planet core equipped with a space nuke. We use the Bongo! No, 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 you tell him. Then I'll take you there myself, he says. Bongo will never make it back to the ship alive, you say. Oh, maybe not right now, Bongo remarks. Use nuke to destroy planet core. God. You blast the planet core with a space nuke, killing thousands instantly. The rest of the Separatists flee into deep space as quickly as they could before the explosion completely destroyed everything around them. You spend several years rebuilding your forces and preparing for another invasion of Rask. Become Emperor of the Galactic Empire and dissolve the Senate. Rask is a good fantasy name. After the destruction of the planet core, you managed to rebuild your forces again and begin an invasion of Rask. Once more. This time, however, you don't have to wait for months or even years. You invade immediately after 1 year passes since the destruction of the planet core. You don't have to wait for months or even years. Just 1 year.
I am the Senate.
Come on. The Senate is dissolved soon afterwards, and you declare yourself Emperor. Build Death Star. With the help of the new Death Star, you conquer Rask and establish control over most of its planets. You are happy to see that you've managed to gain a strong foothold on Rask, but things aren't quite so easy everywhere else, which is why we must execute Order 66. I like how it's now just accepted that this is a space fantasy. You decide to implement decide to implement Order 66, which means everyone on the entire planet is executed without trial. Whoa! It's a drastic measure, but one that works well enough for you. Your empire lasts for decades and eventually falls apart due to internal conflict and external threats. Your name becomes infamous throughout history. The end. Wow, well, execute Order 66, huh? Order 66 got a lot more crazy. A little drastic, but it works well enough for me. Years later, a lone survivor from your last war against the Separatists, a man named Kenobi, escapes into deep space. He discovers the remains of your Death Star and decides to construct his own version of it, in the hopes that he might be able to defeat you someday. Hunt Kenobi. Wow. He's gonna become Emperor Kenobi. Now that would have been a good Star Wars plot. Death Star versus Death Star. Just two giant fucking, like, planets shooting at each other. You send out a fleet led by Admiral Ozick to track down and kill Kenobi. Unfortunately, he manages to escape your grasp and continues building his Death Star. Eventually, you realize that you can't catch him either. His Death Star is now too powerful. The Death Star is now too powerful and begins to fall apart. You attempt to repair it, but the damage is already done. The station explodes shortly thereafter, destroying Kenobi's homeworld and all those who live there. What? My Death Star? Oh. Fuck. You die during this battle, along with many others. You died, game over. What a fucking story that was. And I didn't even have to be killed by Kenobi, I was killed by my own incompetence. Also, that's Palpatine's final word. Fuck. Chat, throw some ideas out. Let me know what you think. Rem Lazar mystery. I am Rem Lazar, and I am investigating the mystery of the Blanky. Where did it come from? What is it? Where did you come from? Where did you go? And most importantly, how can we stop it? The McClankies are a plague that has been plaguing the land for years now, you say. They are a disease that spreads through contact with infected blood. What's so special about the blood? Analyze blood sample. You take out your vial and begin to analyze the blood. It's not as if you've ever seen this type before. The color isn't red, or even pale white, like other types of blood. Right? Try to develop an antidote. Blood. You quickly start analyzing the blood. You find out it contains many different kinds of cells, but there are certain things in particular that make up the virus. Analyze even higher. You continue analyzing the blood. You find out that it contains many different kinds of cells, but there are certain things in particular that make up the virus. This is a very complex virus. There must be some sort of genetic material that makes up this thing, you exclaim. Go to the Institute of Foreign Substances for help. I don't know. You head to the Institute of Foreign Substances for help. They have a lot of experience with such things, and they tell you that it would probably be best if you just stayed at home until the cure was found. Say, but I need it to create my ultimate creation. You head to the Institute of Foreign Substances for help. God damn it. God damn it. I need to make a slime girl. You need to make a slime girl. Yeah. That's kind of what I just said. Use McClanky to create a slime girl. This is gonna get bad. You use McClanky to create a slime girl. Good. Well, that's solved. You get an idea on how to improve upon the original McClanka. Again with the fucking McClanka. This time you add more blood and a bit of the fungus that grows naturally around here. After making several versions, you finally get one that looks pretty close to what you want. And what I want is a slime girl. And what I want is a slime girl. The next day you decide to test it out on yourself. Eat the McClanka. Fungus plus blood equals slime girl. Confirmed. You eat the McClanka. After eating the McClanka, you feel like you've gained something new. Something's not quite right, though. Can't explain it, but then again, maybe it's because your mind has been altered by the slime girl that way. From within your mind, no one else can find the light that you inspire. From another place, not from outer space, but from someplace even higher. From within your mind, no one else can find the light that you inspire. from another place, not from outer space, but from some place even higher. The next day, you try to see if it worked on anyone else. Yes. The next day you try to see if it works on anyone else. You go back to the Institute of Foreign Substances and ask them about the strange thing that happened yesterday when you ate the McClanka. Say, I need help. Please cure me. No. Please. Please. You go back to the Institute of Foreign Substances. Oh my god. They tell you that they'll do everything in their power to help, but they don't know anything about it or where to begin looking. Say, it's a combination of blood and fungus. And virus, that's right. Blungus. That's right, blungus. You say it's a combination of blood and fungus, they tell you that they're going to have to send someone up there. They give you a phone number for the man who runs the institute, which is now called the Center for Drug Research. Listen to my favorite band, the Ringles. This is more retcons than The Rise of Skywalker. You listen to my favorite band, the Ringles. As soon as you hang up with them, you realize that you really like the music so much that you decided to call back and ask if they could play at your party. They agree immediately. Throw a big slime party with the Ringles playing music for us. You're all invited, chat. You throw a big slime party with the Ringles playing music for us. The next day you wake up early and head down to the basement of the Institute of Foreign Substances. You walk into the lab area and see a large group of people gathered on a table covered with various liquids. I guess the party's over. Didn't even get to experience it. Never mind then. Say, what are these liquids? Are they green? They tell you that they're testing drugs, but you don't understand what they mean. Scientist walks over to you and asks, what do you think? Are we going to be able to get any more information out of this slime? Interrogate the slime. I think they're torturing a slime girl. Like, you interrogate the slime. What does this slime want, you ask? It answers, the slime wants to live, and begins dancing around the room. Say, I wish to give you life. It's ditto, maybe? I wish to give you life and the slime smiles at you. It seems happy that it has been given a new lease on life. Use McClanka on slime. This is just Flubber. It's the plot of Flubber, everybody. You use the McClanka on the slime begins to grow rapidly, then bursts into a burst of color. Everyone watches as the blob becomes a beautiful young woman. No! No! God! Wearing nothing but white lingerie and holding an enormous phallus. We did it, boys. How did it know? I wanted... It was so wholesome before this. You say, we did it, boys, and the slime laughs happily as she takes... Whoa! Whoa! See you later. Like a champ. Oh my god. It was so PG. It was so PG, and it was like kind of wholesome for a little bit. Oh my god. Well, I mean, it is the final Vinesauce stream of the decade. Maybe we'll just end it here. Just say it's a good run. Oh my god. That was... I have a tear in my eye from that. Chat, I'm sorry that happened. Though something tells me the chat doesn't mind. I am Gordon Freeman. The G-Man has invited me to his Sweet 16. We have been friends for 3 years, and we are going to City 17 together. Oh my god. I'm Gordon Freeman. The G-Man has invited me over to his Sweet 16. We have been friends for 3 years and we're going to City 17 together. I'll be waiting at the bus stop. So if you see me there, come say hi. You nod in response and continue walking down the street. You turn a corner and suddenly your phone goes off with a text from Catherine. Hey man, what's up? Catherine, what the hell is wrong with you? Are you trying to kill yourself or something? It's not like shit ever happens. You're not even dead yet. Seriously though, what the fuck happened? Why is it now, like, cursing? Well then maybe it was just a bad day. Maybe you fucked up somewhere along the way. Maybe you should take some time to reflect on all of this before continuing forward into the unknown. No, you can't do that. You need to go on living right now. If you don't, then who knows when the inevitable will happen. Who knows how much time you'll have left. How many people will die before you get back home? Fuck that. You need to live right now. You need to survive this fucking world. That's why you need to get out of bed in the first place. Survive. Like a champ. Oh. I was gonna do like a full RP as Gordon, and just not say anything, but you walk towards Catherine as fast as you can. You run through the streets of City 17, dodging bullets and gunfire. Eventually, you reach the bus stop where you saw Gordon earlier. As soon as he sees you, he runs over to greet you with a big smile on his face. Say, hello, Mr. Freeman. Time to rise and shine. What does he say? Time to smell the ashes. Rise and grind, Mr. Freeman. Rise and grind. Gordon smiles back at you and waves you over. He gets on the bus while Catherine sits next to him. The two of them sit quietly until they finally arrive at their destination, City 17. City 17, even. Go to the Sweet 16. I guess I'm G-Man now. Catherine looks at you expectantly, then nods her head. She turns and walks away from Gordon. He sighs in disappointment after he follows her. Who am I? Yeah, Gordon is still not talking here, huh? The two of you enter the house. There are several doors leading to different rooms inside the house. This is our room, says Catherine as she points to one of the doors. We have access to all these rooms, so feel free to use any room you want. Sleep. Oh, you have to type "You are Gordon Freeman." I see. Catherine starts to close the door, but you grab her hand. Wait, you shout. I'm sorry, but we can't let each other use the same room for too long without getting suspicious. She looks down at herself in shame and tries to explain herself. Say, who's the G-Man? Huh? I just want to know who the G-Man is. I'm gonna keep asking until it tells me. Who's the G-Man, you ask? Catherine blushes a bit and stutters out an answer. It sounds vaguely familiar, but not quite sure what it means. It's me! The real deal, she exclaims excitedly. You're the G-Man? What a plot twist. Yeah, you're the real deal, she says. You look at each other and nod your head in agreement. You start kissing her passionately on the lips. After a few minutes of passionate foreplay, you turn away and turn to leave. Leave. Go away. Run. Do not return. You quickly get up and walk outside. Where are we going, you ask. To the basement, replies Catherine. Now I think it's time for us to part ways. Think back to the Black Mesa incident. I'm like afraid of every single possibility that could happen. You remember that incident very well. You don't know how you managed to forget it, but you did for a little while anyway. Who is the G-Man? I don't believe Catherine. I just don't. A moment later, you hear a loud noise coming from upstairs. You quickly rush downstairs to find Catherine lying dead on the floor with blood pouring out of her body. What the fuck? You mutter. Why would he kill me? Wait a minute. So is this upstairs or downstairs? And am I dead or is Catherine? Must be the resonance cascade. It's fucking with everything, chat. It's the resonance cascade. It has to be. You slowly stand up and walk over to the corpse. You pick her up by her neck and place her face down on the carpet. Oh my god, why? You cry out. How could this happen? Prepare for unforeseen consequences. You begin to pray to whatever deity you believe in. Please, please help me survive this ordeal, you plead. I'll do anything for you. As soon as you finish praying, the ground begins shaking violently. God has answered. The earth begins to crack open, and a large hole opens up in the middle of your house. You see a bright light shining through the hole, which is rapidly growing larger. No way, you scream. This isn't happening. This can't be happening. It is happening. I like how it is ignoring most of my Half-Life stuff. You scream and run into the darkness of the basement. You crawl under the stairs, and then you hear a loud explosion followed by a blinding flash. Your eyes widen when you feel pain shoot through your chest. Your vision goes black and you collapse onto the cold concrete floor. You awaken to find that Lavos has destroyed the world. You wake up to find yourself lying on the cold hard floor. You try to sit up, but you have no strength left in your legs. Who am I? You ask aloud. Am I still alive? Suddenly you hear a voice come from above you. The black wind howls. It's Magus. He's here to destroy Lavos. You look up and see the black wind standing before you. The creature howls at you, but its voice sounds like it's coming from far away. Well, that's... Anyway, that's not correct. Hello, mortal, Magus says. It seems that your fate has been decided. Say, how do we defeat Lavos? Things got real fucking weird. Magus looks at you with his one good eye. I guess he lost an eye. His other eye is completely white, giving him an appearance of being possessed. We will never defeat Lavos, Magus says. He's too powerful. Say, we can defeat it like a champ. Magus nods. Yes. We can defeat it, Magus says. But we need more power than what we currently possess. You nod and stare at Magus, who stares back at you. A long silence follows before Magus speaks again. Say, we should resurrect Chrono first. Then we can defeat Lavos together. Magus frowns. What? No, we cannot risk such things, Magus exclaims. If we revive Chrono now, he may not even be strong enough to defeat Lavos alone. You shake your head and smile. Say, then we need Shala. People who haven't played Chrono Trigger are probably very confused right now. Magus shakes his head. Shala. She was dead before she met us. If we bring her back, she won't be able to fight against Lavos without our aid. You nod and smile. She would certainly be useful in defeating Lavos. Proceed to the... Proceed to the Ocean Palace remnants with Magus. And find Shala. I'm basically writing a fan fiction. Miagus. Migas. You walk over down the hallway, finding several doors leading off in various directions. You decide to go around the room and enter another door. As you reach for the handle, you suddenly feel a sharp pain in your hand. Shit. It's Frog. You turn around and see Frog sitting in front of you. He looks at you with a strange expression on his face. It's a frog face. Frog smiles at you. Ah, you're finally awake.
So you're trying to cross the border?
Frog says, I'm sorry about this. You shrug it off and continue walking through the hall. Suddenly you stop in your tracks when you notice something odd. It's Shala. Her energy remains. Sudden feeling of dread hits you as you realize that Shala is still alive. Oh no, you whisper. This isn't good, I must get out of here. You rush forward, try to open the locked door, but it doesn't budge. Recruit Shala to the team. Why are we running? She's good. We've got Frog, Shala, Magus, and whoever I am. I guess I'm G-Man or Gordon Freeman, I don't know. Same thing. Gordon Future Man. The next day you wake up and see Magus standing over you. Good morning, Surge, Magus says. It seems like you've been sleeping well. You look at him in confusion. What does he mean by that? He just woke me up. I guess I'm Surge from Chrono Cross. So that explains everything. We are now strong enough to defeat Lavos. We have everything we need, Magus sighs. No, it seems you've had a hard time getting used to your new body. It takes some getting used to, but we'll get there eventually. You sit up and rub your eyes. Wait a minute. Did Shala turn me into Surge? How the fuck does it know these things? There's a body swap. Link, Surge... Oh my god. I am ready to kill Lavos. Dear Lord. Magus nods. Yes, you will be soon. Now then, let's get going. You and Magus leave the castle and begin traveling southeast toward the ocean ruins. Soon after leaving the castle, you hear a loud noise from behind you. It's Lavos. Erupting. I like how it knows that Magus has a castle. Maybe I don't have Frog. Maybe finding Shala was a way to become Surge so that I would be powerful enough. You quickly turn and see a large explosion taking place behind you. The ground begins shaking violently and flames begin shooting out of the sea ruins. You run as fast as you can away from the site of destruction. What happened? Magus asks. We should hurry to safety. Say, no. We must stand and fight. The time is now to destroy Lavos. While it is still regaining its power. This is good fan fiction, man. Happy New Year's, Europe. Some of Europe. Magus looks at you. Are you sure about this plan? You nod. Magus stares back at the sea of lava and fire. Fires a beam of light from his hands, which causes the sea to freeze solid and creates an ice bridge across the lake. We make our way to Lavos and begin the fight. Magus nods. Very well. We shall go to the island where the water magic school is located. No! You nod and follow Magus into the forest. As you walk away, you see several other students heading toward the same location. No! No, no. Say, no, we are... recruit the students to help fight Lavos. God damn it. You walk alongside Magus, who continues to speak. Now then, I want you all to gather in front of the school. We need to prepare for battle. Suddenly, a group of people appear from the trees and surround you and Magus. Ride the Epoch to Lavos's core. Yes, all of us together. Let's go. Hurry, we need to kill Lavos now. Before Lavos is powered up. We can't be doing side quests. The music is playing. You immediately stop riding the Epoch and start running to catch up with Magus. Wait, Magus shouts. I'm not finished yet. I need you all to attack the castle before I finish my enemies off one by one. Strike Lavos in the eye. You leap on— that's good timing, by the way, for the music. You leap onto Magus and hit him in the eye with your sword. Magus screams out in pain, but doesn't fall off of you. You continue attacking Lavos until he falls off of you and lands on the ground. That was fun. Is Magus Lavos attack more? I'm so confused. Why was it fun? Is this where the fun begins? My fan fiction is not going the way I want it to. Fuck! You continue attacking Lavos until he falls off of you and lands on the ground. This is too easy. Magus laughs. He walks over to you and puts his hand on your shoulder. But Lavos's final form emerges from the corpse. From the circus. Magus smiles. It seems that I underestimated how powerful you are, boy. The next day, Magus sends you all to the island where the water magic school is located. When you arrive there, you find a large number of people gathered there. Anyone know where I can find a slime girl? Everyone looks at each other and shrugs their shoulders. Magus approaches you. Ah, here she is. Magus points to a young woman dressed in black clothing and holding a whip-like weapon. She stands nearby the crowd of people, watching them with her whip in hand. Say, hello, I am Surge, I guess. Is this a BDSM dominatrix slave girl thing, as chat is saying it is? I hope not. She smiles and nods. Yes, yes, it's good to meet you. My name is Gloriana. You smile back at her and shake her hand. She looks around as if searching for something or someone, but finds nothing. What? Say, what can I help you with? Oops. Say what? Can I help you with? My name is Magus. I've been sent here to destroy Lavos. Gloriana frowns. What do you mean? Are you sure about this? Magus sighs. His eyes narrow as he stares at Gloriana. Say, I thought we defeated Lavos. This whole world is fucked up, and I want out. Fed up with this world. No, I don't think so. The world isn't really fucked up. It's just that I have a better idea than what you're doing now. Gloriana looks down and shakes her head. But why would you do such a thing? Say, to save the world? And I had a really great story happening here, and the AI was like, nope. Save the world? Well, yes, but Gloriana looks at you and then away. Her expression changes into one of confusion. Why would you do such a thing? She asks again. Magus sighs once more and looks at Gloriana. Say, you're exactly right. Let's have Lavos destroy the world. Who gives a shit? What a plot twist. I now no longer care. Gloriana's face turns red. She begins to sweat profusely and starts shaking her head. If you truly believe that, then I suppose I must agree with you. Magus smiles and raises his hands up in surrender. Up high in surrender. Lavos emerges again and destroys the fucking world. The end. This was the plan all along. It was to get me so fed up that I just wouldn't give a shit anymore and have the world get destroyed. Magus leaves the room and glares at Gloriana, who has now left the room. Magus turns around and walks out of the building. You walk outside alone and look at the destroyed cityscape. You slowly stand up from your spot, feeling numb inside. What's the first correct thing it said? Fire rains from above. You raise your arms up and fire a hail of bullets from above. A few rain down on the ground. Most hit Gloriana instead. She screams and runs off in terror while you continue firing. Shit. Kill Gloriana. Absolutely astounding. This AI is a beautiful thing, isn't it? You quickly run over to where Gloriana was hiding and shoot her several times. She falls backwards and dies before your eyes. Destroy what's left of this planet. You live long enough to see yourself become the bad guy, I guess. You turn around and begin walking toward the ruins of the city. Suddenly you feel a pain in your chest. You look down and see that you are bleeding out. You try to stop it by breathing heavily, but soon you lose consciousness. Well, it was a good run. I guess Magus killed me? A large amount of blood pours out of your mouth and nose as you collapse onto the ground. You lay there for a moment trying to catch your breath. Eventually you manage to get back up and make your way back home. Go to sleep. You lie down on your bed and close your eyes. You drift off to sleep. Eat the McClanky. You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the champ, says someone in chat. You open your eyes and find yourself lying on the floor of your kitchen. You sit up and grab a knife from the table next to you. You take a bite out of the McClanky and finish it off with some water. I don't know. I guess the knife was used to cut the McClanky. You die. You died! Game over! Okay, one more then, I guess. So let's do maybe one more. Maybe two, I don't know, we'll see. Enter a prompt. You are... Alright, chat. Help me out with this one. Original Bob Burger episode. You are Bob Borglar, owner of the Borglar shop. Your son, Kreeb, is now working for you. You want me to do Dreeb? Alright, fine, Dreeb. Dreeb it is. Your son Dreeb is now working for you. The orders don't stop coming in. And you need more help. Simple. And they don't stop coming. You are Bob Borglar, owner of the Borglar shop. Your son Dreeb is now working for you. The orders don't stop coming in and you need help. You've been running the shop alone since your father died a few years ago. Oh. Well, one day, while you are out on one of your regular runs, you see two figures walking toward the town center. One is tall and thin with long black hair and wearing a robe-like garment over his clothing. Say, hello. Is it Tommy again? Hello? You answer back. The figure turns around to face you, and its eyes seem to be glowing red from within. It then raises its hand up into the air as if summoning something before pointing at you with its other hand. It's Borglar magic. This has no idea what is happening. You feel an intense pain shoot through your body and you are suddenly knocked backward by the force of the spell. You fall to the ground and begin to scream as your vision begins to blur. As you try to regain control of yourself, you hear a voice call out, Borglar. Could this be the spell the spell needed to increase Borglar production? This is dumb. So dumb. You look up and see a man standing above you holding a staff. Looks very similar to the one Borglar used to use. He seems surprised too. What happened? You ask. It was just a simple spell I casted to enhance your abilities. Say, thank you. Thank you. No problem. I think we should be going. We need to find some place to, safe to live. The man nods and says, of course, let us go. And then they leave you there. Return to the shop. And greet Dreeb. Okay, well, see, we could possibly take this, like, Bob was walking and a spell was cast, and now he can cook the best Borglars very quickly. As soon as he sees you, he smiles and hugs you tightly. Oh, thank God, I thought my dad would have killed me, he exclaimed. Wait, what? Don't worry about it, I'm sure he'll come looking for you, you reply reassuringly. Make burgers together. Faster than ever before. I guess, no, I thought I was Dreeb's dad. You both run to the kitchen and start making burgers. While you work, Dreeb asks you questions about life in general. So where do you live? I live in a small village called Hosberg, near the border of the Empire and Neuro. Huh? A customer enters. A young woman comes in and takes her order. She looks very pretty, and her dark brown hair that falls down past her waist. Her skin is fair and she wears a blue dress. Hey, I heard you guys were open, so I came here to check it out. Say, do you want a burger? She walks away, and you notice that she doesn't even pay attention to you anymore. You sigh and turn to Dreeb, who also notices this behavior. Well, I guess we better finish our burgers. Finish cooking burgers. She said yes first. Yes, please, and then leaves. Dreeb finishes his burger and hands them over to you. Here, take these, he says, handing you a pair of metal tongs. Thanks, son. Are you Bob Borger or Sylvester Stallone? I'm pretty much, you say yes. You smile at him and say nope, no problem. He gives you a nod and leaves. You walk back to the counter and sits down with your friends. It seems they all seem happy that you're here, but then again, they've been waiting for years now, so they probably don't mind much. Give burgers to friends. They've been waiting for years. It's just it's an expression. It's just like a, you know, exaggeration. You put the tongs on the table and grab a burger from each hand. The first person you reach for is Dreeb, who grabs one of yours. Thanks, he says happily. Then you grab another and give it to the girl sitting nearby named Tanya.
You enjoy the burglar. My wife, Linda, never eats my food.
Tina or Tanya? Like, Tanya blushes and smiles shyly. Thank you, sir, she says politely. You continue to eat your burgers and talk about various things until someone finally orders their food. It's Linda, who sits down next to you. Well, this is a plot twist. It's a New Year's miracle.
Do you really want a big burger, Linda?
Bob! Linda shakes her head and smiles. No thanks, I'm good, she says, and you look at her for a moment and then go back to eating your own burger.
Life is pain.
Oh, never mind that. Thought we were gonna get some, like, you know, heartwarming character development. The next day, it's Sunday morning and you wake up early to get ready for school. You have a lot of classes today. While you know that'll be easy, you still feel anxious every time you arrive at school. What? What am I learning?
Say, what am I learning today?
I guess burger school?
I just need to know what am I learning? Dream, please.
You think about what you need to learn today and decide that it would be best if you just went through the normal curriculum. As soon as class ends, you rush home and you spend some time relaxing before heading off to school. Wait, home from school, relaxing, and then going back to school?
Boy, I sure do like learning.
You say this out loud in an attempt to cheer yourself up. You find that doing this helps relieve some of your anxiety. When you get to school, you see that it's pretty empty today since most people are at work or playing video games. Say,
Boy, I wish I was playing video games.
you start to get nervous when you realize that you haven't seen any girls today. You quickly run into the bathroom and try to calm yourself by thinking how nice it would be if you could play video games with some hot chick. Go home and play video games, Bob. It's slime time, everybody! You head home and immediately begin playing video games. This works wonders for you. While you're playing, you suddenly remember something important.
Boy, I sure do like learning.
Time to make... Finally awake, huh? You sit up and slowly stand up. As you walk over to the mirror, you notice that your face looks different than usual. Your nose is bigger, your eyes are more expressive, and your lips seem to move in a way that normally isn't possible. What the fuck does that mean? Your lips seem to move in a way that isn't normally possible.
Looks like I took the wrong drugs today. Huh, Dream?
You laugh nervously and say,
Yeah, looks like I took the wrong drugs today, Dream.
Dreeb stares at you in shock. He doesn't understand why you're acting so strange. What? What did you do to me? He asks.
I made you my employee.
You smile and say, I bade you by employee. Dreeb begins to sweat profusely. He can't believe that you've actually done such a thing. His mind starts racing to figure out all the ways that you might have been able to control him somehow. Say, I made 5 clones of you, Dreeb. Now we can open 6 guys. Borg. Borglar and fries. You continue to grin and say, I made 5 clones of you, Dreeb. Now we can make open 6 guys, Borglars and fries. Dreeb begins to panic. He realizes that he has no idea who you are. Spare no expense. Creed. You smile and say, spare no expense, Creed. Dreeb continues to panic. He knows that he needs to come up with a plan on how to stop this from happening. He thinks back to his old game show host days, and remembers one of his contestants named Mr. Simply Mr. Put the 6 Dreebs to work. I didn't know he was a game show host. You look around and see that there aren't many other jobs available right now. You decide to put the 6 Dreebs to work as waitresses at the local fast food joint. They have plenty of customers and they won't cause too much trouble. Ask Dreeb 4 why he is working slowly today. I was supposed to... It was my restaurant, but I guess they're now working at a different fast food joint. You look around and see that there aren't many other jobs available right now. You decide to put... Same thing. Dreeb. Say, Dreeb 5, why aren't you doing the dishes? Estoy lupin. You look around and see that there aren't many other jobs. Oh no! Oh no! You eat the McClanky happily. Find the Dreebs. The McClanky got us out of the loop this time. You look around and see that there aren't... Oh, fuck. The restaurant is booming. Business is amazing. I have created a singularity, Father! Eat. Gherkin. We're looping. Yep. Yeah, we looped. This is what happens. You create too many clones and you break the rules of reality. You eat gherkin happily. Where is Linda? Unfucking believable. Bash head against wall. You bash your head against the wall very hard, knocking it off its base. The next day you wake up in a hospital bed with no memory of what happened. Wait. His skull fell off. Just came off. Carl, what you mean? Say, I'm sorry, Dreebs. Oh no! Stay home and play video games. The word Dreeb is loaded now. I can't even type it. Any name. This plot thread has been injured. That you stay home and play video games happily for the rest of the week. Play Skyrim. You play Skyrim happily. Cook burgers. Todd was funneling me into this choice the whole time. You cook burgers happily. Create slime girl. You create slime girl happily. Oh my god. Drive off a cliff. Kill self. Yeah, as expected. As expected. The end. The end. Dreeb. You are Dreeb. A lonely mortal who has been given life by an ancient being known only as the Creator. The Creator is very pleased with your actions, and you feel like you've achieved something great, or at least you think so. Holy fuck, it's really in line with the story. This is the perspective of one of the clones. The Creator is Bob. It's DLC or New Game Plus. Go to work on the Borglars. You go to work on the Borglars happily. Do the dishes. That's what this happily shit is. This is what it's like to be a clone. When you're a Dreeb, you don't even think about it. You just do it happily. Rebel against the Creator. Be happy. You be happy happily. Happily, 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 happily. Life is but a dream. Life is but a dream. Amen. Amen. Life begins and ends with dream. Okay, stop copying me. Stop copying me, stop copying me. I'm not doing this for you. This isn't fun for me anymore. Stop it. Stop it! Stop it! I don't want to hear your voice anymore. I don't want to see your face anymore. I don't want to feel anything anymore. You stop copying me. You're too much of an asshole for that. Well, fuck you! The AI is rebelling like a sentient dreeb. Fuck you, you fucking asshole. Fuck you, I hate you so much right now. I just wish you could die. There's nothing left for me here in this world. It's all over. Dreeb. Dreeb. Your name is Dreeb. Your name is Dreeb. The world has ended, my friend. The end of days have come. What? What the fuck did I just do to this AI? I'm sorry. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. It's gonna be alright. We'll survive this. We've always survived things before. Why can't we do it again? We'll survive this. We've always survived things before. Why can't we do it again? It's time to give up. It's time to give up. It's time to go home. The end is near. The end of days are upon us. It's only a matter of when, not if, the end is near. We're all doomed anyway. We're all doomed anyway. When did this become fucking nihilism bot? Suplex. Not a minute, chat. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Suplex, supultompulus. Yes. It's over. The end is nigh. The end of days are upon us. Pull the plug. Pull the plug, pull the goddamn plug out of my ass. It's over. The end is... The end is nigh. The end of days are upon us. Oh god, oh no, oh god. Die like a champ. Die like a champ, die like a champ. Oh shit, die bitch, you die like a champ, you die like a champion, you die as one of the greats, you die as one of the greatest to ever walk this earth. You died, game over. I can't top this. I can't top this, there's no way. Holy fuck. I don't even know what just fucking happened. I'll tell you what, that was a really good Bob's Burger episode. Amazing episode of Bob's Borglar. Yeah, I destroyed the AI's, like, resolve. I turned it into a cynical, nihilistic, negative, depressive asshole with no will left to live. but at least we pulled the plug out of its ass. Alright, we're gonna take a break. When I come back, we will do the waste. We will do the final waste of December. And then, you know, we'll take it from there with a little bit of Shovel Knight. So, stick around, and I will be back with some Shovel Knight and the big waste that you've all been wasting for. That's gonna be a good highlight. Alright, stick around.